Is it on?
Yes, it's
on.
on.
Rolling? Hey, YouTube.
Hi,
We don't give you
YouTube.
guys a whole lot of attention because we tend to talk to the podcast. It's not recording yet. So, welcome to the YouTube channel. This is episode 4 on the YouTube channel.
Technically, yeah, episode 4, but episode 13 overall in this season.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We hope you guys do enjoy it. This is the first time we've put it on video. So, we really do appreciate you. And if your friends want to hear from us, go ahead, give them a shout out, let them know. If you do like the videos, like and comment. That'd really be appreciated.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our channel. Well, you'll see also other types of videos besides just podcast stuff.
Yeah, Evan needs to post a bread one.
I've got a ton I've got to post.
And the chicken
And the
Alfredo
cross-country one. And I think that one's done. I can post it now that we have Wi-Fi.
Oh my gosh, let's post it.
Cool beans. Today we're going to be talking about happiness. We're going to talk about where we're at mentally now, some of the struggles we're facing with our jobs, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to apply the things we know and the skills we have to our future so that we end up being happier. Because we are happy, but we'll see. You got the intro on this one, episode 13.
Yes.
Are you happy? Mm-hmm. Why are you swallowing again?
Oh my gosh, it's
3,
fine.
2, closer to the mic, 1.
Welcome to episode 13 of the Take It or Leave It podcast. This episode, we're talking all about the true secret to true and everlasting happiness.
Something that cannot be measured or described technically. But your voice sounded really crystal clear. We hope you guys stay tuned to this episode.
Thank
Are you
you.
happy? Gotta turn this way down. Mix.
YouTube gets to see the little bit more behind the scenes
I guess I can't.
fun.
There we go. Show animation. I want to put it right here. In psychology, the happiness can't be like measured. That's the challenge. That's it.
Start
measured.
with that. That's
What did
cool.
I say?
It can't be measured or just described.
So I'll bring that up. All right.
3,
2.
1.
In mother.
You can do this. You can record it in the right place.
I hate this shiz. In college, I took psychology as one of my, I guess you call it minors. It's technically a cluster where I went to school, but I did business management with a cluster of health psychology and a cluster of business communications. And one of the biggest things and most interesting things that stuck with me was that happiness can't be measured. I mentioned that in the very beginning of the episode, but it's one of those things that it can't be measured. Basically, happiness for one person could be a completely and utterly different thing for someone else. So that's where happiness is one of those hot topics where everyone's in search of it, but no one technically can tell you how to find it. So that's why we wanted to dive into this episode. And we're going to tell you guys where we're both at mentally, spiritually, and physically with our levels of happiness, being married together, being where we are in Georgia, and then how we're going to move forward in our lives to achieve what we believe will bring us true happiness.
Yeah, so this episode is going to be a short, cute little one.
I'm thinking 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes
70
tops.
minutes.
A nice, cute little walk around the house or yard or neighborhood. So where we're at right now, in the midst of coronavirus quarantine, the shelter in place is about to end here in Georgia, and they're starting to kind of open up businesses, which is wild. It's been about a month, and Evan's job is highs and lows.
Yep, still the same. I still work every day. I mean, depending on the weather, really is what keeps the animals up and coming. But I've had a pretty normal period. Like nothing's changed for me.
Yeah, I would say I've gone through more. Well, we've both gone through emotional highs and lows
Oh, for sure.
during this time, both for different things. I've had a couple of rough days. Christy and Colin, so Evan's mom and brother that we normally live with, they're in Utah. They come back tomorrow. When this post is posted, they will already be back in Georgia. So I've spent a lot of time home alone where I would normally be working, but I'm not working nearly as much right now. I work about an hour a day outside of home, and then I sometimes do a couple of maybe an hour or so at home. So I've had rougher times because I've been alone, I would say.
So are you happy? Are
Yes.
you like in a wholesome, generic, kind of all-encompassed question, are you happy?
I would say I'm happy, yes. I don't know if I'm like, my life is in the most amazing place it's ever been in, but I wouldn't say that I'm upset or discontent with my life.
Okay.
What about you? Are you
I would
truly
say
happy?
I am not truly happy.
Okay.
I am not happy with where I'm at with work. I finished school. I cannot tell you how many things in my life make me happy. I am generally a happy person. But I guess, okay, so maybe I am happy. I just would say I'm not content with my life. And that's where, again, happiness can't be measured. There's a level of, is happiness content? Is happiness joy? It's all these things where, to me, if you were to ask me, am I happy on a personal level? Obviously, every day I'm in good spirits and I'm happy. But if you were to ask me, like, as a wholesome, fully encompassed, are you happy? I would say no. For a couple reasons.
What's holding you back from being happy?
My job. I'm not doing specifically what I want to be doing with the rest of my life. So that's, I guess, the biggest and most upsetting thing. And a lot of people say, well, quit your job and do this. It's right now we are in no place for us to not have jobs.
Yeah.
We just finished school. We have a small amount of student debt to pay off. And we need to save money in order to, which is why I am generally happy, we need to save money in order to invest in ourselves to achieve that happiness or satisfaction in the future. So right now we're young, we're naive, but we're also trying to be as humble as possible to our situation. I am thankful every day that I have a job amidst this pandemic because millions and millions of people have filed for unemployment and they've lost their jobs. They're not sure if they're going to be able to go back to them even after they lift the shelter in place. So I am definitely not, how do you put it, upset with my job in any way, shape, or form. I just know that this isn't what I want to do with the rest of my life. So I think that's where I'm running.
Like you're doing okay because you're seeing the long game.
Exactly.
You're in it for the long haul.
Episode 10.
But
10.
you're also 10 or 11.
Back and listen again.
But you're still seeing like
obviously I'm still living in the present.
Yeah.
Like you can be in it for the long haul and look at the long-term goal, but it's still kind of tough to live in the present as a janitor. I was not happy, but I needed to pay for school, so I had to work that job. I had to pay off, basically, I had to eat. So that's where I balance out. I guess I would just say I'm not content with my life. I'm happy. I'm just not content with where I'm at now. Obviously, we're not going to be living with my parents forever. So that's one of those things where it's like, we've taken the step from school to big boy life or big girl life and put on the big boy pants. Mm-hmm. And we're still kind of in a gray area where right now we are extremely blessed to be able to save as much money as possible
but we're not like settled
in order to
a
be content with our life in the future, or take that risk and be happy even if we fail because we tried what we wanted to try.
So aside from thinking about like, oh, I'm doing this for future Evan, what other things help you remain happy at this time?
I think one of the biggest things I try and do is, and this happened yesterday, I stood outside and it was, in Georgia it gets humid pretty quick. There's a few days of the week right now where it's extremely humid. Today was one of those. It rained and then the sun came out and it was just horribly muggy. But last night I was standing outside. Dozer was using the restroom in the grass. Dozer is our dog. And I was just staring into this, I guess you say the sky, but I was just feeling the breeze and I kind of took a step back and just thought to myself, like, how amazing is it right now that I have technically no financial burdens. I pay a small amount for rent, or we, because Sam's my wife, but I have a job that's paying me well. I have a job that I provide value to other people's lives. Granted, am I in love with my job? No. But that's
no
that's
ifs,
how it
ands, or
goes.
buts.
But I'm here and I kind of try and live in the present, thinking, okay, I can't change what happened yesterday and I can't change what happens tomorrow right now. So be in the moment. I'll be sitting there and I'll just be thinking, this is kind of great. I'm helping this person get this snake out of their house. It's like, it's not the most enjoyable because I'm handling a snake, but I'm helping someone feel more comfortable in their home.
So you're finding meaning in the minuscule.
Yeah, kind of in the
moments
present.
the day.
Like basically, I'm finding meaning in the things I can control, or the things I can help.
That's awesome.
What about you?
I didn't know you had that great moment the other day.
And then my dad said, "Go on inside."
That's okay. So for me, I would say being productive is something that I know is one of my values. It makes me feel good. I've always been kind of more of a busybody, and it's definitely been magnified with being home. I want to be productive during this time. And there have been days where Evan's like, "What do you mean you didn't get this done? You didn't clean the basement like I asked." And it was just a day where I was like, I just need to mentally turn off. I need to not force myself to be productive. So I found that balance with most days I feel the energy to push myself to learn new things and to try new things and to post and to work hard. But there's other days where I know I need to rest and take a break. So I feel like that has helped a lot because I don't want to get burnt out and I don't want to end up going back to work being exhausted. I also know that I've been getting enough sleep during this time, even though Evan and I have been going to bed later because we get to spend more time together in the evenings. We don't have to get up until like 7:30 or 7
It
or
depends on me.
7:45.
Depends on my schedule.
I mean, sometimes it's 7:15 for Evan, sometimes it's 8:15. But because we've been getting more sleep, I feel like that's been helping because we both function our best when we get enough sleep. In terms of things that I'm doing every day to make me happy, and this can be like for coronavirus times or not coronavirus times, but setting in place things in my schedule that I know will make me happy. So I'll walk the dog every day and I'll listen to podcasts that interest me and that I feel like expand my mind and my perspectives. So I do that, and I try and make sure that happens every day. It didn't happen yesterday. No, it didn't happen the day before, just because it was a busy day and it didn't end up happening. And did I let that ruin my day? No. But by having things in place that make me happy, that's been something that has helped a lot.
Well, that's good. I mean, no matter where you're at in your life, it's not going to be obvious or maybe easy to think, oh, I'm as happy as I know I'm ever going to be, because there's always that thought, oh, in the future, or oh, it'll be better in the end. That's why for me, and I think for a lot of people, we should try and focus on the present, because frankly, you can't change the past and you can't change the future.
Yeah, and if we're always longing for something more, like from either for the past or the present, we're not actually getting anything out of our current time. So even if it was happy, we would be missing it altogether.
Yeah, so guys, we wanted to share this episode with you, kind of to dive into a little bit into our minds, let you know that we are human. We're not anything special. We are
nothing is perfect for us.
Bringing to the table what we feel that other people's can benefit from, whether it be our vulnerabilities, our strengths. We hope that you guys are finding happiness where you are. If you guys want to reach out, ask us questions, relate to us, shoot us a message at the Take It or Leave It podcast on Instagram or Facebook, or an email at takeorleaveitpodcast@gmail.com.
Yep, if you would leave a review, that would be fantastic. It helps other people find the podcast as well, and sharing as always is awesome.
Give us an idea on what you guys would like to hear next, and we hope you guys share this with your friends and family if they can benefit from it.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, YouTubers.
Peace out, YouTube!